And hello again, everyone. We welcome you to Stryker High School for non-league volleyball as we begin the final week of the regular season around Northwest Ohio alongside my partner Miles Halliday. I'm Randy Roberts, set for what should be a good one, a Williams County rivalry here as the Panthers welcome in the Bryan Golden Bears.
Randy Roberts, the mayor of Northwest Ohio. Always so good to see you, my friend. And we got ourselves a little bit of a fun volleyball matchup as they're getting ready for tournament play. So where else would you rather be than right here, both teams trying to get some momentum for tournament time?
Stryker comes in at 9-10, but losers of their last three, however, to three pretty good teams in Ayersville, Hilltop, and Pettisville, while Bryan comes in at 5-15. They were in action on Saturday, splitting with Lima Central Catholic getting a win while falling to Coldwater. So, partner, while they go through the introductions of the starting lineups, let's take a look at some of the keys to the game for this one tonight, starting with the Bryan Golden Bears.
Oh, yes. Number one, Fala Ella Van Kiesti. She is going to go play at Ohio Wesleyan. Partner, how dominant is she in their offense? 235 of their 542 kills are authored by her. So follow her, lead the way in the middle. Fantastic middle she is. Number two, Focus. Remember, we've had this team in the past. Remember the Wasion match? It looked like they were going to go ahead and get a win, and all of a sudden they lost focus. It's been a problem for this team all year long. Focus up the whole time, get a win here tonight. And then number three, keep hammering away. This is a Stryker team that can frustrate you because they find a way to get that ball back up in the air. You think you're going to have a great kill. Next thing you know, it's back at you. Don't get frustrated. Keep hammering away.
How about some keys to the game tonight for the Stryker Panthers?
Yeah, number one, consistent sets. When they got consistent sets against Hilltop last week when we were here, their offense was very advantageous. They run two setters, Crichton and Andrus. Sometimes when you have a two-set system, it gets your hitters off flow, so make sure they're consistent. Number two, use the block. They're always at a hitting or size differential, so make sure if there's a giant wall in front of you, use that wall. Don't try to go through it if you can't. Go around it or go off of it. And number three, slice them and dice them. And they got to do that with their serve game. It's a really good serving team here at Stryker. They're going to have to get some points off their service game tonight. Look for a lot of aces if they're going to win this one here tonight.
Well, we got a lot of information we're going to pass along as the night continues. We're going to take a look at both teams' tournament assignments when we get the chance here during breaks. Also have a fun little video if you haven't seen it, but the reenactment, we shall say, with the Bryan seniors.
It's hilarious. And yeah.
So we'll have that for you coming up later tonight as well. But
yeah, if you haven't seen it.
If you follow Bryan Athletics on, I still call it Twitter, the X, whatever, the X. You've seen the video, but for those of you who haven't, we've been given the permission to show it, but Classic One will lay it out for you. So Bryan's going to have the opening serve. We are underway here from Stryker. Good tip to start, and it's going to roll off the hands. Trying to set that one up was Mary Blue, and Stryker's going to end up with the first point of the night.
Yeah, you see Mary Blue just had to get on top of her before she could move. Here, Libero's trying to cover it up. Next thing you know, it's by you. That's Claire Stever that almost had it.
So Stryker with the early 1-0 lead. Now Bryan able to come up, make a good play there. As Nora Koonsman, number 4, able to reach up and over.
Yeah, very athletic play. The ball's behind her, has her body facing the opposite direction. Have to get it towards the net, hit it on the move. Very athletic play.
Bryan a little short-handed tonight, going without junior Mackenzie Mason, 18 aces, 143 digs, and 146 assists. As there's a good kill attempt. That one played well in the back row. Bryan able to dig that one out. Reaching out, going straight up. Allie Rufer, number 8 for Stryker.
Now they're hoping to get Mason back for tournament time. Still recovering from a concussion that she got playing Van Wert. Head hit the floor.
Koonsman once again able to go through a block, gets the kill. So Bryan with the early 2-1 lead now.
Koonsman, just a sophomore, one of the top 3 hitters on this team with 74 kills, and you see why they like her.
Good serve that time out of the Bears. Now it is Stryker's turn to get set up. First one gets blocked back, but they're able to play on. Now reaching out was Kenzie Worth. Worth, one of those players stepping up here as of late. Bryan unable to dig that one out of the net. We're tied again.
Stryker had been pretty hot until, really that Hilltop match the day before against Ayersville. They battled and really battled Hilltop as well. Lost to Pettisville after that. But the scores, Randy, aren't lopsided. They're competitive scores, so really lacking that big hitter they can rely on the outside.
You saw Stryker with a little bit of problem there, trying to dig one out of the net. So the serve's going to go back over to Bryan, as it looks like the Bears trying to get one of their better servers into the rotation now.
A little bit of a different atmosphere in here. Last week, this place was rocking when Hilltop was here. One of the best environments that we had seen this season.
Is number 20, Bella King for Bryan with the serve there. Yeah, these Mondays, you never know what you're going to get, and that goes for just about every sport.
Oh, it does. Everybody kind of recovering from the weekend, but I'll tell you, Andrus was not sleeping on a Monday. How about that backwards pass set on a dime? Tough to do. She executed it flawlessly.
So here is Reese Creighton, one of the top servers for Stryker. Just a sophomore, 19 aces at just under 95%. Comes through the big serve there. Puts her team back up. She'll get another one.
Not many receive errors on the year for Stever. 70 out of 687.
Crichton able to drop that one into the back row for another ace. As that number continues to grow.
Yeah, Crichton and Andrus, they're the ones that handle most of the assist work, set up the big hitters, but you see Crichton doing some big work from behind the service line, 18 aces on the year, slicing them and dicing them.
And Bryan able to make a play from the back row, send that over. Down the second hit, we'll send it back to Stryker. Stryker trying to get something set up to this near side. Tip's going to go through the block like Miles said. It's Abby Oberlin who's able to come up with a point.
Oh, look at that, Oberlin. Navigate the net. Set was a little bit too tight for her. Didn't matter. She was able to control her body and go off the block. Big point that we used in the pregame. Use that block.
Stryker now has Bryan doubled up here early in set number one. Again, Bryan has to use their third hit from the back row to come up with a point. Now with the left-handed stylings of Laura Light from that far side a little too much.
Just couldn't get on top of it. Usually want to get a little of a top spin if you're going to go to the back corner on it. Couldn't get it to roll.
Good serve coming here. Kenzie Worth with it. Now Light's going to rotate over. Now from the near side is able to get that in. Bryan has to dig this one out of the net. It's going to catch the top. Stryker's some issues, but they're able to get it. Just a little quick set catches Stryker by surprise.
Now watch out, LV on the rotation.
Just put that one into the corner where it is going to be out of play.
So LV just rotated in, and Bryan got an opportunity to set her up. And just a little bit of a glimpse of her power from the middle. Fortunately for Stryker, goes long.
Yeah, Miles talked about her ability in the front line. Leads the team's kills, 235. Leads the team in blocks with 35. Stryker gets a set to play that over, and now it goes to Bryan. Well, that one is put into the net. So the serve goes back over to the Panthers. And we're going to have our first timeout of the night. So it looks like Bryan with a quick timeout will step aside as well here on NWOhio.live.
This NWOhio.live broadcast is brought to you by H2H Realty. Buying and selling real estate does not have to be a stressful event. Make it a holiday by calling April Holiday with H2H Realty at 419-345-9687. Bryan Ford, where good values mean a great deal. Chappie's Snappy Dogs, New York-style hot dogs, smoked sausage, and huge brats. Call Carol at 419-297-1004 or look us up on Facebook. Bricks to Clicks, saving you money on everything from toys to home decor. Save on Amish-built sheds, carports, and steel buildings. Follow us on Facebook or visit at 29133 George Street in Millbury, Ohio. Additional sponsorship includes American Property Preservation, Direct Link.
Well, Bryan with a quick timeout as the Bears find themselves down 8-4 to Stryker here in set number one. Tonight, also our final regular season broadcast of high school volleyball. Kill attempt is blocked back. There's a good block in the middle. As Ella V able to step up there.
Ella V for victory. 35 of the team's 73 blocks coming in tonight were authored by Ella V. A big one right there. Got to be a little bit fun for her as a senior that she gets to be the leader of this team, right?
I thought it was Ella V for elevation because she's so elevated more than anyone else.
Oh, I love it. Now, look, they have her listed at like 6'1". I think
they undersold her by a couple of inches.
I do too. She's 6'3", I believe.
Bryan with a serve long. It turns it back over to Stryker. Stryker getting the set up there.
Free ball opportunity.
A little tip at the net. Diving effort comes up short. Good effort out of Bryan as Ava Newbig at number 13 tried to step up there. Stryker picks up the point.
Hey, remember Emma Falk last week when we were here against Hilltop, played a sensational match. Steps forward right there, navigates the dark waters of the middle of the net for a point.
Yeah, Falk, the good all-around player, probably the top player for the Stryker team. As Bryan can't dig this one out near the sideline, out of play.
Yeah, smart play right there. Knows that there's a lot of height in the middle of the Bryan net, so just poke it around back-to-back twice for 2 points.
Another serve coming. Allie Roofers had the last couple.
Ooh.
Setup coming there. And Ella V puts it away.
Yeah, Ella V says, let's play some darts. You get to be the dartboard.
Roofer attempted to step in front of that one, sent it about 5 rows into the stands.
You see the sign across the way, too.
Little sis having a good time.
Yeah, Ella's in the house right over there.
Bryan ready to serve. Coming up here, Mary Blue back at it. Tip's going to be won by Ella V in that corner.
Yeah, I'm impressed, though. Little sister brings a sign. How many siblings would have a positive sign about their older sibling? Usually it's like, I can't stand them, they pick on me, right? Ella V must be quite the big sister at the house.
Must be. Pass up to the front of the net, not defended, not played by Stryker, so unforced error there will give the serve again over to Bryan.
Yeah, not to mention the sign, everything was spelled right.
It's the important part.
It
no
really
backwards
is.
E,
Oh.
no upside down L. Although I suppose an upside down L would just be backside up L, unless it's capital L. Good block coming back at Ella V that time.
Oh, that's Emma Falk that gets it. The team leader in blocks with 20 blocks on the year. And it looks like every time there's a big middle against her, Emma Falk steps up. She gets excited about it. Of course, Libby Baker last week when we were here.
Is an ace served up here for Stryker.
One of the toughest plays in volleyball, when it gets in the net and you're going to try and dig it out, get it something that can work for your teammate. Worth did everything she could, just couldn't get it back up in the air.
It's Addison Andrews serving for Stryker. Bryan's attempt's going to go long, gives another point over to the Panthers. Now 14-8 as you see in our scoreboard. Teams trying to get set. Both teams, by the way, will finish up with conference play.
The Stryker in the conference play last week was still looking to capture the first place, but lost to Hilltop and then another loss to Pettisville, kind of relegated them out of the race.
Kill attempt is going to catch the top of the hands.
Effort.
And Worth, a diving effort for Bryan, keeps that alive. And the kill attempt for Stryker will go long by Aubrey Clemens. And Bryan will come out of there with a point.
That speaks well of Melanie Wright, the head coach, that, you know, kind of a rough year. You're 5-15, but look at the effort the ladies are still giving, right? Mm-hmm. That means you're getting through to them. They're still working hard. And, you know, Melanie Reinhardt also 300 wins this year. Fantastic job there.
Good serve there out of Miley Mason. Kill attempt for Bryan will go long looking for the corner. Turns it back over to Stryker. And talked about Hilltop. We were here again. When we were here for that big clash in the BBC at the time, there was a three-way tie. Stryker, Hilltop, and Pettisville. Hilltop not only won, but also got a little help as Montpelier knocked off Pettisville that night in 5. So in the span of a few minutes, Hilltop went from sharing the BBC to being all alone atop the BBC.
Now, what a job year in, year out Janice Bruner does over there, right? 35 years as their coach. Seems like they're always in contention to win the BBC. A lot of great coaches in our area, really, when you think about it.
So Bryan's used their second time out here, 16-9. Stryker in front as Coach Reinhardt has decided to use her second time out. We got a couple new sponsors we'd like to thank for being a part of our NWOhio.live broadcast tonight. They include the Stryker Athletic Boosters. Want to thank them for being a part of our broadcast tonight. And Jason Leip and Freedom Sales and Service in Napoleon. He will, Jason, first of all, great guy I've known forever. He will take care of just about anything. So if you've got a mower, and it doesn't matter the brand, and he's like Hustler's what he sells, but they will service just about anything. So
how happy was that guy riding a mower? Right?
That's right.
Hey,
so that's Jason right there.
The older you get, is there anything better than mowing your own grass?
There's not.
I absolutely love it, right? It's the best.
Jason, by the way, also holding the fat head of his daughter, Laura.
That's really
one of the
cool.
seniors down in the front row.
Maybe we'll get a zoom in on that.
Back following the timeout here, Bryan able to push that. Like going for the side out, but just out of play.
The Stryker's done a pretty good job of holding their own in the middle of the floor. That's why Bryan has tried to go around it a couple times.
Good play there. Speaking of the middle of the floor, that one played well by Strykers. They come back to the near side. That one is over, but Bryan able to dig it out.
Yeah, both offenses kind of laboring a little bit, getting some good looks to their outside hitters.
Now they go into the middle. That one in a good spot as Emma Folk came in leading the team with 187 kills, puts that one away.
Well, logic tells you if you're struggling to get your outside hitters going because you're not setting them up, well, let's go with the easier route. Go to the middle. You're never wrong when you get Folk involved.
Stryker the opportunity there. The free pizza, as Miles calls it, but that one able to be played out of the net. The diving effort. And Mary Blue tried to come up with this one. We're watching number 5 for Bryan. Just not quite any height to get that out to anyone.
Now, smart play by Andrus, though. She sees the floor. If she's facing it, knows that their defense is out of sorts, just put it where they're not.
And one is going to bang off the back wall, so now an ace served up.
Yeah, another slice 'em, dice 'em type of point.
Taylor Ethmel serving, leads the team in aces with 30, adds to her collection. Stryker trying to send this one back to the front. That one's going to be blocked. Hangs on top of the net from the back row. Stryker able to make a play. Now Bryan getting a good setup here in the middle. Rethmel able to get a piece of that one, but that's going to go out of play. So Bryan able to pick up a point. Bears starting to run out of time. You've seen the scoreboard down 20-10.
So you got a camera and you're taking pictures of the game, and a ball's coming at you, and you don't take pictures of that, you move out of the way? That could have been a great shot.
Safety first.
I got you.
That is how you know that is the newspaper's camera and not mine. Not yours. It's obviously not my camera. But.
I don't think your editor would be happy you come back with a shattered camera?
It's not so much the editor as it's the person whose job it is to pay the bills and pay the bill for the camera replacement.
Yeah, we were somewhere last spring, and we were talking to one of the camera guys. I said, how much was that lens worth? He said, $15,000.
So someone who spent a long time in that business have a rough idea how that works. So Bryan gets 1 point back, and then the Stryker will give it back as they serve one into the net. So 21-11 here.
Boy, if you're Allie Mead, head coach at Stryker, you're happy with the 21-11 lead, but you'd like to see the closing ability of your team after struggling for 3 matches in a row.
Bella King with a serve here for Bryan. Stryker unable to dig that one out of the net.
Yeah, it's a young lady that is very capable behind a service line, 22 aces. And check out that footwear, man. Sneaker game strong in Bryan.
Kill attempt to the near side. That one dug out in the back row. Good job by the libero for Bryan is Claire Stever. Set is a good one. Stryker trying to play. Back over to the near side. That attempt goes long as well. Oh, they're going to say that one is tipped at the net here. We'll take a look at the replay.
Does it get Miley Mason, number 13? If it did, the freshman barely contacted it. A huge break for Stryker as they inch closer to closing out this first set.
Didn't quite see the rotation of the ball move as it went over the net. That's usually the indication. So you can clearly see the ball change direction there. Good kill attempt. Bryan unable to get it out of their bench.
As Bella King, I thought she was going to pull an old Dennis Rodman where you dive into the stands.
I was too.
Try to get back in there. Good hustle over there.
Abby Oberlin, who's second on kills of the 140 heading into tonight, steps up there. Stryker now 2 away, taking this opener. Bryan trying to come in the middle of the net. That one's going to go a little bit long.
Stryker got to be happy with the way they've come out and established themselves in this first set. Really can't remember a time that Bryan has had an offensive system where they got a great 1-2-3 kill attempt.
Now this one's going to be ruled a point for Stryker, playing right in front of the official. Didn't really see a really strong signal.
Now you see Bryan asking for clarification.
Are they going to rule it back in or out here? The official still getting together. They did rule the set apparently for Stryker. So Stryker wins set 1, and we'll take a timeout here on NWOhio.live.
This NWOhio.live broadcast is brought to you by American Property Preservation, assisting homeowners and businesses to maintain and improve their properties, including excavating, concrete, doors, windows, siding, roofing, and decks. 40 years experience, high quality work, fair prices. H2H Realty. Buying and selling real estate does not have to be a stressful event. Make it a holiday by calling April Holiday with H2H Realty at 419-345-9687. Direct Link Appliance of Bryan and Wauseon. Local appliance sales and service. We service all brands: Whirlpool, Maytag, GE, and Speed Queen. Additional sponsorship includes Bryan Ford, Chappie's Snappy Dogs, Bricks to Clicks.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
Well, Stryker with a 1-0 lead over Bryan here early on in volleyball as we start this final week of the regular season. I want to tell you a little bit about this. So this is the Bryan pregame video. That is their hype video that they show before matches in their gym. And on senior night, this is the parents of the seniors who recreated it shot for shot. And Miles is going to jump in here with a little commentary once he controls his laughter.
How about Dad, though, on the outside, going up for the big kill, and is absolutely hilarious. There it is right there, the flex. This was some fun stuff. You know the parents just absolutely ate this up.
You see the actual video is the one in the middle, and then the bottom is the reaction of the players as they're being shown this video for the first time in what I believe was their home finale.
That is great. I understand, too, they shot it all in one take.
That's amazing. That's the amazing part.
Yeah, great job, Mom and Dads getting involved on that one. I think next year, though, if they do it, they have to be in the same outfits, right?
That might be tough to do.
You don't think so?
You want Dad putting on the volleyball jersey? I don't know, but we want to thank Bryan City Schools and their athletic department for
great.
sharing that with us and allowing us to air that. So
it's all over.
They thought it was only going to be in the gym one time. That was it, and we've now put it on television for the world to see.
It's all over the interweb, man.
It is now, yeah.
It's something else.
And Bryan, I want to say X'd it out, tweeted it out.
Yeah.
What do you?
Yes, both.
I don't.
They X'd it and tweeted it.
I guess so. That's out there for the world to see. So you can check that out on the Bryan Athletics social media channels. But that was something. Now, the world that we live in next year, we're going to see 12 of those from 12 different schools.
Yeah. Let's hope they do it as well.
That's
right. That was absolutely
But
fantastic.
we know the original. The original is the one that counts the most.
That was great. Major kudos to the athletic department here at Stryker. The in-game performance of Timmy Trumpet was fantastic.
Bryan trying to open up with a kill here, but that was going to be dug out by Bryan. Leads us to some other bandmates for Timmy Trumpet. So Timmy Tuba might be making an appearance.
Tommy
Tuba. It's Tim Tupa. Tom Tupa.
Well, you remember one of our keys was don't get frustrated if you're Bryan. Just keep hammering away. Now 1, 2, and 3 times Stryker returns, but LaVie says, all right, I'll keep doing it. And LaVie is in the house.
Got the opening point. Was that prompted by the sign?
It was.
Okay.
I keep seeing it.
Serve goes into the net.
Maybe we can get Sam to zoom in.
There
on it
we
right
go.
There.
Now she's going to put it down.
There's Matt Clark to the left right there. And who was that to her right? Was that ZZ Top? Is ZZ Top performing at halftime over here tonight? That's fantastic stuff.
I heard Timmy Trumpet was here, so why not?
Oh, great block at the net by Falk.
I mean, they found out that you are a sharp-dressed man.
Well, ladies go crazy. LaVie pounding away.
Another point for the Bears.
Well, you think maybe after that first set, they went over and Melanie Ryan. There it is right there.
There we go.
Ella in the house. There's ZZ Top and then Matt Clark. We got celebrities everywhere.
I guess.
Yeah.
And then just to make sure everyone understands the backside of that sign, that's little sis, right? Just want to make sure.
Not big sis.
Right, that's just make sure I'm not just singling out anyone making signs. Good effort out of Stryker coming back. Emma Folk able to come up with a point
Emma
there.
Folk does most of her damage in the middle of the floor this time. Ran the little wheel back set. Really held the defense. Nobody there. And when you have a free shot, take advantage of it. Little folky Cole Medina right there.
2-all. Are we doing 70s and 80s music all night? I guess with Timmy Trumpet.
Look, partner, you had me dying a couple weeks ago when we were at AC/DC, and you just were running down the AC/DC songs.
I had to use the phone. I have to admit. Abby Oberlin comes up with a big point there, puts Stryker back in front. My working knowledge of AC/DC as well, but ZZ Top song title is not the greatest. That's serving the ace there. Bryan looked like at first they're going to let that play.
Yeah, you see LaVie go backwards, really kind of handcuffed the back row and didn't know what to do. Mary Blue was saying, why are you coming back here? Next thing you know, it's hitting the ground.
So the ace puts Stryker up 4-2. Bryan gives the ball over to Stryker. That one's going to be played by a knee, and then if the ball would have went over, it would have been 4 hits.
Oh, boy, Claire Stever laying out, getting that back up in the air. It was one of those you couldn't believe that. She got it, pancaked it back up. Unfortunately, nobody could do anything with it for Bryan.
Ball ends up in the net.
Now, you see Bryan's offense really struggles when they don't do a great job with that first pass. And anyone that they try to get involved other than LaVie have a tough time finding the wood with it.
One played by Stever. And now, again, it is Oberlin goes cross court. You're going to see her right in the front side of your screen, gets that over, and a handful of Bryan players all kind of stare at it. And again, Bears want to take a timeout and talk about things as they find themselves down early here in set 2.
If you're looking for a sweet career, Spangler Candy Company is hiring. Spangler's positive work culture, excellent benefits, work-life balance, and competitive pay make it one of the most respected employers in Northwest Ohio. Visit SpanglerCandy.com to learn about available jobs in production, maintenance, and other skilled trades. Spangler makes nationally recognized and beloved candy brands, including Dum Dums, Candy Canes, and Bit-O-Honey. We'd love to tell you more about how you can grow with our company. Apply today at www.spanglercandy.com.
Well, we're going to take a look at this replay from the last play before the timeout. Look at the pass set. And the thing that I want to point out, the great job of playing it off the net. When Stryker is very successful offensively, they're putting it off the net for their outside hitters. Gives them some room, Randy, that they can navigate the big height of Bryan.
Stryker up 7-2 in set 2 against Bryan. Trying to get Stryker trying to get back to 500. I believe Stryker will end with BBC games on both Tuesday and Thursday. Don't have their schedule in front of me. I apologize. I don't know who it is. Bryan able to come up with a kill there.
Yeah, good job by number 4, Nora Kunzman. Going angle, controlled her body. So tough, Randy, when you're getting the pass from behind to navigate the net and where the ball's at. Kunzman did it successfully.
And Nora, sophomore, 3rd on the team in kills. She's someone that the Bears are counting on for a couple of years. Battle at the net is going to go to Bryan. Stryker unable to dig this one out.
Now you see another young player, Schilling, checked in. Number 9 for Bryan, just a freshman. So already have played 2 freshmen in this match.
And speaking of freshmen, is Miley Mason a freshman serving now? Able to get that one over. Bryan's able to play this on the second touch. Back to Oberlin, who's going to go cross court. That one is going to go long. And Bryan's going to get a point again, an inch a little bit closer.
Yeah, both these teams so young. As we said earlier, Bryan, only one senior, Ella V. She is their only senior, and you take a look at Stryker with 4 seniors. Only 1 or 2 get a lot of time. So both these teams are going to be building for the future. They've done some really good things this year.
Mm-hmm. Stryker's going to get a point as Bryan is in the net. Stepping back to serve will be the sophomore, Reese Creighton. Creighton able to get this one over, played in the back row. Creighton in good positioning for the dig there. And Laura Lipe gets this over. Bryan again having some trouble in the net, wanted to avoid going over the line under it. Stryker picks up the point.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 times now they've really struggled digging that back out of the net to keep it playable. Bryan not understanding the tension of that net yet, haven't played it correctly.
So now 9-5. From the back row, good play made there. Diving effort, heads up play there. Stevers had a heck of a game.
Yeah, we saw her early in the year against Wauseon. She's more assertive in this match at taking everything in the back row that she can get to.
Bryan has the serve here yet again. The set up is Oberlin unable to come from out of bounds. Leah Schilling, other freshman with Miley Mason ready to serve, sends this one high in the air. Stryker play this one to Light, tried to get the little touch at the net, couldn't dig that one out. Now Bryan finds themselves down by just 1.
Now, did you see who went and got her right away after the hitting error? Make sure she's okay. Emma Falk, the leader of this team, make sure that her outside hitter's okay.
Bad serve will turn things back over to Stryker. And it will send Oberlin to the service line.
Boy, I'm not sure that one makes it over a tennis net. That was rough. Definitely a mishit.
Bryan trying to get that one out of the net. Stryker's able to play this one. Good pass coming over. That one is blocked, but Bryan able to play it. Stever from the back sends it over. And now we're going to get a whistle, and a double hit is going to be called here.
Kind of a tough call. Didn't really see the right left, but far side official must have seen it. Our back, or the back was to us, so we couldn't really tell. A big break, though, for Bryan, keeping him in this match.
Bella King back to serve now for the Bears. Have a chance to tie. Stryker, a little bit of problem in that back row. As Emma Folk had her back turned to the rest of her teammates, was expecting the ball to go the opposite way towards the net. Was caught by surprise when it was her way in the back row.
Yeah, Bryan on a little bit of a run. Let's see if they get another point here. The Stryker calls timeout, slow things down.
Stryker able to play this one. Stever once again plays it from the back. Second attempt. Pursue a couple sets of hands for Clemens. Bryan's attempt is finished off from the back. Great play made there by Oberlin. Another diving effort, and Bryan will pick up a point when Stryker puts this one in the net.
A new big, you're going to see it right there. Really great job of not getting in the net, showing the patience. You know how hard that is, waiting for it.
Serve for Bryan ends up in the net, so we're now tied 11-all. As Allie Rufer set to serve again.
Yeah, Rufer had a big night behind the service line against Hilltop a week ago. That left-hand serve, she brings some heat.
Stryker trying to get set up in the middle. Stever once again has had a huge day. Attempt for Bryan is going to go just a hair long on that back line. Give the point to the Panthers, puts them back in front here halfway through set 2.
Stever just court aware, flying everywhere for Bryan.
Trying to set up a kill. That one is going to be deflected out as Miley Mason gave it a ride, but Stryker able to pick up the point.
Now that's one hitter that you can put the ball on top of the net. Emma Folk can do some damage there. We highlighted some of the sets being off the net to give your outside hitters a chance. A good job by Stryker recognizing who you're setting up.
Folk able to make a tip at the net. Bryan answers, trying to set up. I thought they were going to go in the middle to Falk, but they end up going to the outside. Good play in that back row to send that over. Bryan aiming for the corner. Set clears. Good pass in the middle. Having to switch hands was number 13 for Bryan. You saw right in the middle, Ava Newbig. And it's going to end up being a point for Bryan.
Now, Claire Stever, great job of seeing the floor coming from that back row and noticing that Stryker's defense was not in position. Sometimes you don't have to do 1, 2, 3 to get to point. Just put it where they're not.
Here's Kenzie Worth now with a serve for Bryan. That one will go long. This point goes right back over to Stryker, and they'll reclaim the serve.
Oh, boy. A momentum killer, isn't it? You give away a free point after you've been scrabbling to get back in it. I don't know how all volleyball coaches don't have gray hair when you give away free points like that.
14-12, good serve out of Addison Andres. Addison scrambling. Stryker able to clear that from the back, just getting it up above the net is Abby Oberlin. Andres will now serve with her team in front. LV with the opportunity here. Don't mean to laugh, but that was, yeah, you don't want to take one off the face of LV.
Almost dotted her right there. Somehow gets the double axe handle up. My Lord, how about the reactions of Oberlin? You and I, we'd be in the hospital right now.
Absolutely. Serve is then deflected off the back row, so an ace for Stever has this lead for Stryker, now down to 15-14. Stryker trying to play this one as they go back in the middle to Falk. Stever has cleared that one. Ella V able to get that one. Not quite as much mustard on it. Rufer sends it back behind her and out of play.
Come on, Coach. Smile after that one. That was a heck of a play back to back. All coaches just move on to the next point, though, right? Melanie Reinhardt, she is intense over there.
It's tied at 15. Stever with another good serve. Coming in the middle to Falk. Stever tries to get a pass.
Look at that effort.
Enough of it to get it to a teammate, but is unable to send it up front. About the first really mistake Stever's had.
Bella King, great work in the back row. Getting it back in the air. Bryan couldn't do anything with it.
Here's Taylor Rethmill to serve again. Bryan trying to set up Ella V. puts that one in the net.
Yeah, watch Emma Folk right here in the middle. Lurking, does a great job of playing the angle. You see how she was set up on the right-hand shoulder of Ella V, was ready for it.
That one rolls up on Stever. So just as quickly as Stryker lost the lead, they're back up by 3. With another timeout on the floor, we'll take one as well here on NWOhio.live.
This NWOhio.live broadcast is brought to you by Optimal Performance Fitness. Fitness coaching in a team setting of like-minded individuals, located at 1445 Scott Street in Napoleon. Willis Electric, industrial, commercial, and residential contractor serving our communities and beyond. Visit willis.com to learn more.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
18-15, Stryker now back in front of Bryan, leading this one 1-0. So the conclusion of this second set, we'll give you a little information about upcoming tournament time. Sectional play begins next week. Good serve that is sent back. Stryker on the attack. Oberlin sends that over. Stever had enough to get the set up. Bryan able to play this one as Ella V will just get it with one big palm. Folk in the middle is going to win the tip and the point for the Panthers.
Now, what a veteran play, right? Gets this set by Andres. Knows that there's a double wall in front of her. Probably shouldn't swing away. Just tip it where they're not. You can get points that way.
Stryker back up by 4. Now make it 5 as the serve is deflected by Schilling to the back.
Let's see if they try to go back to the same spot. A little miscommunication there.
Is Ella V set up? This one's going to be played by Stryker. One done. Now the Bears with it again. Good pass. This time it's going to come to the near side. At the left hand, Ava Newbig, the sophomore, steps up.
Now really held that Stryker defense. I think everybody thought they're going to set up Ella V, right?
Mm-hmm.
A little outside set. Good work. Nobody there for Stryker that can do anything to stop it. Next thing you know, Bryan gets a point. Needed one in a big way.
So they find themselves down 20-16. Bears ready to serve with Mary Blue. This one a good serve. Tip is a good one on that far side. A couple of Panthers diving for the ball there as Falk sends this one over, and it's going to be a 4-hit call. Or do we have a, sorry, no, we had a player in the net, number 4.
You see it right there.
I saw the 4.
Well, you didn't know if Arn Anderson had just walked in or
you never know.
Or Ric Flair for the 4 horsemen. But yeah, number 4 contacted the net.
Maybe if we were in the Greensboro Coliseum.
That was Koonsman in the net, and unfortunately it leads to another ace for Stryker, who has done a great job of getting points off their service game.
Yeah, it's Emma Folk stepping up here. Stryker trying to close this one out. Serve, however, goes in the net. The old announcer jinx.
It's a real thing, folks.
It absolutely is.
When we have our announcer meetings every year at the convention and Jim Nance gets up and talks to about what we're going to jinx the next year.
Yep.
This year it was the serve.
We felt bad for free throw shooters because it's been the free throws forever, so we mixed it up a little bit. Good kill going for the corner as Abby Oberlin has stepped up, had a pretty good game today.
I sure has. You see just a glimmer, right, of what these teams can be like in a year or maybe even 2. Both these programs with so much youth, the future looks bright.
So here is Reese Creighton to serve once again. Bryan from the back is able to make a play. Stryker sending this one up to the front, going back to Oberlin. That one ends up in the net. So Bryan starting to run out of chances here with the serve down 5.
Yeah, I think when they watch film tomorrow of this match, Oberlin's going to see that she didn't get her steps down correctly. Cost them a point opportunity.
So here is Nora Koonsman. Gets the good serve. coming to the middle. Nice fake there by Stryker. Falk digs that one out. Back to Oberlin. Sends it long. Bryan will get another opportunity here now, down 4.
It was Langham that kind of harassed her at the net, forced her to try go long over top. Big point right here for Bryan. Get back in this.
However, they served it out. That one might have left the hand a little funny of Koonsman. Saw the rotation.
Yeah,
she struck it.
She's struggling with her placement, right? Remember she had the one earlier that almost hit the scorer's table. Had a really good serve before that, though. Dead ball spin. That one, not what she wanted.
Stryker serving with a chance to take a 2-0 lead. Heads up play from the back made by Falk. After there was one touch, that one's going to be tipped. Falk again will race in. A miss hit, but still clears the net. Now another opportunity coming up here. Good pass right in the middle through a block. That one will bounce twice. From the back, Oberlin able to get that one.
The best rally of the night so far.
Yeah, everyone knows what's at stake here. Falk from the back has that one dug out. Trying to set one up again as Leip will get the tip. And that is the winner for Strikers. The Panthers will take a 2-0 lead. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you some tournament information about both of these teams here on NWOhio.live.
This NWOhio.live broadcast is brought to you by H2H Realty. Buying and selling real estate does not have to be a stressful event. Make it a holiday by calling April Holiday with H2H Realty at 419-345-9687. Bryan Ford, where good values mean a great deal. Chappie's Snappy Dogs, New York-style hot dogs, smoked sausage, and huge brats. Call Carol at 419-297-1004 or look us up on Facebook. Bricks to Clicks, saving you money on everything from toys to home decor. Save on Amish-built sheds, carports, and steel buildings. Follow us on Facebook or visit at 29133 George Street in Millbury, Ohio. Additional sponsorship includes American Property Preservation, Direct Link.
Well, Randy Roberts, Miles Holliday back with you here in Stryker. Can you dig it?
Yeah, it's fashion. NWOhio.live fashion. It is all the rage here in Northwest Ohio, Randy.
It's catching on. All right, we want to give you a look what these teams are dealing with in the tournament. We'll start Division 4. This is the district that'll be played in Defiance. You see Stryker is the 6th seed. This is the bottom half of the bracket. So these games, or the sectional finals, which are the games on the right, will be played at Hilltop. So Stryker will go to Pettisville for a sectional semifinal. That winner will then go to Hilltop. While the other semifinal you see there is Eden Edgerton. While for Division 2, Bryan, the number 6 seed as well. They are playing in a district at, as I kill enough time to look it up because I'm going to say the wrong place. They are playing in a district at Swanton. It says it right on there. So those will be played depending on what happens with sectional semifinals. Should Otsego defeat Toledo Central Catholic, Otsego would then be a host for those two sectional finals. If Otsego were to lose, Maumee wins against Woodward, then Maumee would be the host. If both Maumee and Otsego get upset, Bryan would be the highest remaining seed of that pod, and they would host the semifinals.
Think about Hilltop.
I'm sorry, finals. I said semifinals. So.
Think about Hilltop. You're like, oh, great. Pettisville and Stryker yet again, right? Got to go against these guys again.
Well, there's always what we call the bracket of death. It's also the pool of death of World Cup play when everyone gets in a pool play and someone's stuck in a tough group. Well, we found it in Division 3 when we saw Archbold, Liberty Center, and Fairview all bracketed together.
Yeah, that was alarming when I first looked at it.
So we do plan on having some tournament volleyball for you in a couple of weeks, once everyone plays out the sectionals, we do plan on having some district coverage for you. Stryker's going to open a point here as we move on to set 3. They'll now make it 2 as Taylor Rethmel is going to open with a couple of aces.
Now, what do you think about coaches when the bracket is being decided that want to play early as opposed to getting the bye? What do you think about that?
There's different thoughts on it. Some coaches like their routines. Teams, when you get into it here late in the year, they go Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, depending. So coaches don't want to get out of their routine. You also would get a full week off if you were to do that. As we have illegal play, I think a double hit the call here. Or is there a net violation?
Double hit.
Double hit was the call.
I guess that's the fear, right? You don't play for a whole week, and then you finally get on the court, and your rhythm is off, your chemistry is off, and next thing you know, you're going home.
Kill attempt. It's going to stay in, working that near side as Abby Oberlin steps up again.
And it's a real thing, right?
It is.
If you don't believe it, every time your favorite football team has a bye, watch their first 2 series on offense, right? Always very sluggish. Got to get back to that game-type tempo. The same thing goes to volleyball.
And the one that's going to go just long. Miles can speak on this better than I can, but coaches are creatures of habit, right? You guys want the same thing. You want game time to be the same time. Right. You want everything to be exactly the same.
That is true.
So you don't want a bye week or an early start, anything like that to cause you any trouble. There's another play at the net as Oberlin, the sophomore, stepped up here.
Yeah, Oberlin showing that she can do things not just in the back row, but she has been very efficient on that left-hand side for that Stryker offense. Good all-around player.
Yeah, looks like someone that next year, with the loss of Emma Falk, will become the leader of this team. Bryan's going to send one in the net, so now 6-2.
Yeah, we had a great shot against Hilltop where our favorite camera, RoboCam, zoomed in right on, and you saw the intensity in her eyes, ready for that serve receive.
Bryan able to play this one. That one does go just long. Oberlin tried once again. Now they're going to say deflection.
Yeah, you see the hands right there. Hands went above the melon of the official right there. The tip. I think it was off of Ella V for the point.
Emma Falk will serve once again. A little short serve as Bryan scrambling a little bit. That one's going to head out of play. That one's going to actually miss the what we dubbed the foul pole, I guess. And Bryan wants to take a timeout, so we'll take one as well here. A Stryker in front in set 3.
This NWOhio.live broadcast is brought to you by American Property Preservation, assisting homeowners and businesses to maintain and improve their properties, including excavating, concrete, doors, windows, siding, roofing, and decks. 40 years experience, high-quality work, fair prices. H2H Realty. Buying and selling real estate does not have to be a stressful event. Make it a holiday by calling April Holiday with H2H Realty at 419-345-9687. Direct Link Appliance of Bryan and Wasion. Local appliance sales and service. We service all brands: Whirlpool, Maytag, GE, and Speed Queen. Additional sponsorship includes Bryan Ford, Chappie's Snappy Dogs, Bricks to Clicks.
It's 8-2. Stryker with the lead here. I also want to thank the Stryker Athletic Boosters as well as Freedom Sales and Service for helping us with our broadcast tonight. Good setup and a good finish there. See the Stryker Athletic Boosters, Freedom Sales and Service. Now 8-3 our score. Again, go see our friend Jason Leip. Riverview Street, Riverview Road, Riverview Avenue in Napoleon. One of those three. I'll get it right.
Hey, we've seen some great hitters this year, haven't we?
We have.
But anyone with more authority in the middle than Ella V, I mean, when she gets on top of it, watch out.
Stryker trying to stay away from her. That one is going to be ruled a carry, a double hit, an out, whatever you want to call it. It's a point for Stryker.
Yeah, find that hole in the middle of the defense. About the 6th time in this match they've been able to take advantage of that. Bryan's defense can't leave open spots. Got to cover everything.
So now 9-3. Ella might have been a little too far back on that one. Not enough elevation. Now 10-3.
They kind of hit behind it, not on top of it. And thus it goes into the tape of the net.
Not enough L.
Yeah, he said elevation earlier. Didn't have enough on that one.
Oberlin comes through. That one is going to be blocked. Hustling is Koonsman in that front row, but Stryker able to come up with the second effort.
Good recognition. Look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purple jerseys within the 10-foot line near the net. Only Stever back deep to try and cover it. Just too much territory for Stever.
Good dig. Stryker keeps that one alive, and Ella V able to win the battle at the net.
Yeah, no joust with Ella V, right? Because she's just going to win it. Says, you know what I want? Some free pizza. Ella V eating big.
Now 11-4. Serving for Bryan was Miley Mason. Like to the near side, it's that one. Bryan gets tied up in the net.
That was Schilling that got tied up for Bryan, and Stryker just moving along, trying to get a sweep here tonight.
Bryan uses their 3 hits. Now Stryker's turn. Falk from the back, able to get that through a block and for a point.
There's Koonsman at the net, very active. Started this match off with a tremendous kill in the middle of the net that time. Had her hands on it, but just a little bit weak on the fingertips. Falls on Bryan's side.
Now 13-4, as you see on our scoreboard. Bryan trying to get over to that far side. That one is going to catch the net. A good play there as Kenzie Worth gets that one through.
Worth, the second biggest hitter on this team, 139 kills coming into today. Go ahead and set her up.
Short serve played by Stryker. And a good battle at the net one there is the latest substitution. That Aubrey Clemens we haven't seen in a while.
Now think about it. How many times has Bryan been caught too close to the net and Stryker has just kind of navigated around it for the point? That's using the block. Stryker doing it really well.
Allie Rufer, the good serve there for Stryker. As Oberlin gets that over from the back. Pass coming over to Worth. It gets the touch. Set up in the middle, and I believe that was Emma Falk who comes through.
Now watch how quickly Emma Falk goes back and gets her set. Builds her feet, ready to go. Attacks it. She has been sensational in back-to-back matches, and we've had them in the middle.
Rufer able to serve once again. Falk in the middle is able to catch a piece of the net. Now Bryan sends one out of play, and it looks like the Bears want to take another timeout. We will as well. Stryker comfortably in front as they try to go for the sweep.
This NWOhio.live broadcast is brought to you by Optimal Performance Fitness. Fitness coaching in a team setting of like-minded individuals. Located at 1445 Scott Street in Napoleon. Willis Electric, industrial, commercial, and residential contractor serving our communities and beyond. Visit willis.com to learn more.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
16-5, Stryker with the lead over Bryan as the Panthers try to go for the sweep to get back to 10-10 on the regular season. Told you a little bit about both teams in the postseason. I flubbed it enough, so I want to make sure I get this right for everyone. So tournament volleyball this year, same as it was last year, that the sectional semifinals will be played on the court of the higher seeded team. Once they get into the sectional finals, they'll have the pods of the double headers, 2 sets of 2, the top and lower parts of the bracket. The higher seeded of the 4 teams will host the doubleheader. And then obviously the districts back to neutral sites. Stryker will open up with an ace following the timeout.
It got to be frustrating as a head volleyball coach. You call timeout to slow things down, and you come out and you shank the first pass on the serve. When things are going bad, they really go bad. Momentum, a real thing in volleyball.
Right now, Stryker has it. They have through most of the night. One of the better rallies we've had here this evening. That final point in the second set was a good one. 2 players going to run into each other. Bryan able to play this. Stryker's going to keep it alive. As they line it up in the middle, go right back. Was that Emma Falk with that one?
Couldn't you tell by the reaction?
Should have known better.
The enthusiastic one, Emma Falk.
18-5. Good play made at the middle of the front row for Bryan.
Now, one of the few times that they've been able to find the wood where Stryker not in position to go get it.
It makes it 18-6, since now teams are making their substitutions. So Bella King ready to serve. Still in the back. Worth able to get that one. Stryker first looked like they were going to let that go. And reaching across her body was Stever trying to make a play, but she sends that one into her bench.
Now, Bella King's got to call her off of that one, right? Bella's right in the back row, ready to square up on it. Just not the communication on the back row. You see the 2 players after it try to talk to each other, but you can't talk after the point. You got to talk before the point.
And now I believe for the first time tonight, Stryker's going to make the use of a libero. See that different colored jersey. She's also going to get involved with the play there is Candace Steck, another sophomore. And at the far side, winning the battle there, Reagan Myers. Speaking of sophomores, some girls off the JV team seeing some action here.
Now look at the bench explode. Excited for Myers to get the point.
That played near what we've been calling, I guess, the foul pole. Miles has a better explanation. When we get a moment, we'll tell you about that. That one's not going to need any of those. That one played in the middle, dug out. Bryan with it. Quickly send it over the net. Back to Stryker. King steps up with a dig. There's one into the net, not a play.
All right, so the red and white pole that goes up and down on the outside. I called a match earlier down in West Central Ohio, as you like to call it, St. Henry and Coldwater, and they call it the pole down there, right? Now go up to Michigan, up in Albion, they call it the pin. So I guess it all depends where you're at, what you're going to call it.
Diving effort. Claire Stever's been all over the place tonight for Bryan, trying to keep her team in it. Bryan's going to need a rally, though, down 21-7 here in set 3.
Well, they need a whole can full of points, don't they?
If only you could double them up and maybe get 2 at a time. 3 at a time. These 2 players nearly going to run into each other there for Stryker. Will give Bryan a point.
Yeah, Falk and Clemens, little hubby-wife disagreement. Who's picking up the kids? Nobody is.
Is Kenzie Worth ready to serve again? This one over. That one is going to be cleared. And a good job for Bryan as they find an open spot. As we see Elena Langham, number 23, has played a little bit here in this final set.
Well, if it's a player that can run off some points in a hurry, it is Worth. 27 aces on the year.
Good ball dug out that time. It's Myers with it. Back over to Clemens. Bryan unable to get that one out of the net. And Stryker inches a little closer to the win.
Yeah, it's been a problem all night long, right? When the ball's into the net, digging it out, keeping it alive. Bryan has struggled with that.
Bears coming back for one there. This one's going to end up out of play in the corner.
How about the job of the linesman? Not jumping out of the way.
No, she's hung you right in there.
So this is going to hit me. I don't care. I'm going to rule it. It's out.
Falk just trying to tip one over, taking advantage of Bryan backing off a little bit. Panthers trying to close this one out here. It's on the third hit. Bryan will play it over the net. It's that back pass back to the middle, and it's a successful one through the attempted block.
Now guess who? Emma Falk, but look at the pass to set her up by Andrus. Back to her, near the bench. Doesn't matter. I'll put it on a dime.
24-9 in the serve from Clemens. As LaVie's going to get one through a block. It keeps Bryan alive.
Now LaVie's not going to go quiet into the night, keeping her team alive.
Now here is the sophomore libero, Claire Stever. Stever with a good serve. This one played in the back row by her counterpart. Falk gets enough of it. That one ends up and over LaVie. It is the final kill of the night, and Stryker will sweep Bryan in non-league action. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll head down to the court as our Miles Holiday is going to check in with our player of the game when we return.
This NWOhio.live broadcast is brought to you by Optimal Performance Fitness, fitness coaching in a team setting of like-minded individuals, located at 1445 Scott Street in Napoleon. Willis Electric, industrial, commercial, and residential contractor serving our communities and beyond. Visit willis.com to learn more.
If you're looking for a sweet career, Spangler Candy Company is hiring. Spangler's positive work culture, excellent benefits, work-life balance, and competitive pay make it one of the most respected employers in Northwest Ohio. Visit SpanglerCandy.com to learn about available jobs in production, maintenance, and other skilled trades. Spangler makes nationally recognized and beloved candy brands, including Dum Dums, Candy Canes, and Bit of Honey. We'd love to tell you more about how you can grow with our company. Apply today at www.spanglercandy.com.
And we want to thank all of our sponsors for making all of our broadcasts on NWOhio.live possible. They include, we will save that for later, as our Miles Holidays down on the court with our player of the game.
I sure am. Emma Falk, NWOhio.live. Player of the game, there it is, says player of the game. Their logo is on. That's all yours to keep. Congratulations. You guys have been struggling just a little bit, dropping 3 in a row. How important was it you guys get back on the winning path with tournament time right around the corner?
It's really important. It sets the tone when we go into the tournament, and we want to win these next 3 games because if we win these next 3, we get a winning season. So that's our goal, and we want to go into tournament with a winning season.
You are, without a doubt, the inspirational leader. How important do you take that leadership role on this team?
Being loud. Like when I'm loud, the team gets crazy, and when we're crazy, we get some points going and get some rallies going.
Why do I feel like you've been loud your whole life?
My mom is loud, so I'm loud. I got a big family.
Another thing that you guys do so really well is you cover the floor defensively. What is the mindset behind that? I know you guys frustrate teams because you get the ball back up.
We don't want the ball hit the floor. That's our main goal. We get the ball up, we got to set our hitters up, and when we get a point, we go crazy. Like our back row is our main priority, get that ball up.
Well, tournament time right around the corner, being a senior. Yep. How important are these moments? How special is this moment going to the tournament one last time?
Oh, it's so special. I want to go as far as I can in the tournament. I don't want the season to end, so we push the team, and we're ready to go.
All right, let's see it right here. Serve that way. Emma Falk, go ahead. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, you got her right on the noggin. Emma Falk, you are a spot-on server. It's a softball. Don't worry, she's going to be okay. Hey, good luck in the tournament. Our player of the game, Emma Falk, on a dime.
It's disappointing they took the net down just as she did it. Now she's going to go and give the apology high five. It was, I do believe that is a Stryker hoodie on the young lady, so little Panther on Panther crying. So everything all right. Now we want to thank all of our sponsors for making our night possible. They include the Spangler Candy Company, Bricks to Clicks, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware, Optimal Performance Fitness, H2H Realty, Chappie Snappy Dogs, Bryan Ford, Willis Electric, American Property Preservation, and Northwest State Community College. And, of course, want to thank the Stryker Athletic Boosters, along with our good friends at Freedom Sales, who will not only be with us tonight, but they're going to be with us a little bit later this season as well when we come back here for a little 8-man football. So it is a sweep for Stryker. I want to thank everyone who made our night here in Stryker possible, starting Kent Holzapfel, the athletic director at Stryker. Miles and I had a nice chat with him about his football season. We look forward to seeing them later. Can't thank Sam for the work she did with the camera. And, of course, Nick and Kelly back at WOSN, who allows us to air the games. And, of course, the man to my left, Ken Rieker. He is the seen the man behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz. It's what I expect Ken to be. He's he rules Oz. That's how Ken works. So it's a sweep for Stryker. They get the win over the rivals from Bryan. So for my partner, Miles Holliday, and our entire NWOhio.live crew, I'm Randy Roberts. Thanks for watching, everyone.